On a day when the border situation remains fragile, there are still people standing on a thin line between peace and conflict. This is not a line anyone chooses to stand on, but it is a line that someone must always stand on. From the news that has circulated, there is mention of a man, referred to by the media as Lieutenant Tony. He is a Thai Marine officer, stationed at a border area, near Banthamota, in Trop Province. The incident that spread widely was a clip of a confrontation with Cambodian forces, with an exchange of harsh words. But one thing must be understood clearly. Up to this moment, much of the narrative has been told in only one direction. There are claims that he was ordered to relocate from the area, and allegations that a Cambodian brigadier general was involved behind the scenes. Information like this has quickly fueled dissatisfaction in Thai society, because for many people, this is not seen as a routine command. It is interpreted as pressure, as retreat, or as a failure to protect the one standing on the front line, even though in reality, the full details of such an order may involve strategic reasoning that outsiders cannot fully see. But in the realm of human feeling, many Thai people are asking the same question. We do not interfere in the structure of the military, but as one human being, as one citizen, we speak from a place of feeling. We choose to stand beside an officer named Tony. From the continuous reports since the beginning, this officer was physically present in the area, working within real conditions, facing real tension, not inside a meeting room, not inside a safe zone, but standing at a point where every movement carries risk, where every word can shape the situation. And he remained there until the moment of confrontation. What should be discussed is not only the words in the clip, but the context of the person inside that moment. Imagine it clearly when you are face to face with another side that provokes, pressures, and constantly tests your limits. If you stay silent, you may be seen as weak. If you step back, you may be pushed even further. And if you stand your ground, even with firm or harsh words, sometimes that is the only way to stop the situation from escalating further. This is the complexity that a short clip can never fully explain. A junior officer does not create policy, does not choose whether conflict exists, but is the one who must face reality, must absorb pressure, must carry risk, and must bear the immediate consequences of decisions. What they sacrifice is not only physical strength, but safety, happiness, and the chance to live an ordinary life. These are things that cannot be measured, and should not be dismissed or judged from only a few seconds of footage. These soldiers deserve understanding, they deserve fairness, and they deserve the right to feel as human beings, because in reality, they face provocation, disturbance, and pressure almost every single day. While most people only see fragments of what truly happens, and this is where society must pause, must think, must reflect, because the question today is not only about one man, it is a deeper question. How do we treat those who stand on the front line? How do we value their sacrifice? And how willing are we to understand the complexity of reality before we judge it? In a world driven by speed, where clips travel faster than truth, where opinions form faster than understanding, we are becoming a society that reacts before it reflects. We see seconds and believe we know the whole story. We hear fragments and think we understand the whole truth. But reality has never been that simple, because behind every moment, there is pressure we cannot see, fear we cannot feel, and responsibility we have never had to carry. And if we judge without understanding, we are not only being unfair to one individual, we are weakening the very people who stand between us and chaos. Because in the end, the people standing at the border are not just protecting lines on a map, they are protecting the peace that millions of people live within every single day. And what we see in just a few seconds may not be the full truth, but only a fragment of a burden too heavy for outsiders to fully understand. And perhaps, before we speak, before we judge, the question we should ask ourselves is, do we truly understand? Or are we only reacting? Because a society that stops thinking will eventually lose its ability to see the truth, and a society that cannot see the truth will not know what is worth protecting anymore. At this moment, you are listening to
สถานีหยุดพักคลายเหนื่อย